Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're going to go ahead and review a fragrance that was released in the year of 2009. The fragrance we're going to touch upon today is called Mandarina Duck Pure Black. Now this fragrance has been on my radar for quite a bit. It's up there only because I like the bottle design and I was really interested in hearing the note breakdown for this, but for some reason I just never got to the actual review, but now we're actually into it. Now, it's available in two main sizes, a 3.4 and a 1.7. Both of which are heavily discounted at this point, just because I believe this fragrance was discontinued at some point or another, but I'm hearing rumors that it was actually not discontinued now, because the original rumor that I heard was that even the whole house, Mandarina Duck, was not throwing or producing any more fragrances, just because they wanted to move away from it. However, this year they actually just released another fragrance, so that was erroneous, and so it may be that this fragrance isn't actually discontinued. Not quite sure yet. You could do some searching around. You can still find the bottle. It's heavily discounted. I've seen it as low as, I think, like 15 bucks for a tester. So do some searching around. You can definitely find this one cheap. Without any further ado, let's get right into the notes. The notes of the fragrance are listed on screen, and the big takeaway for this fragrance here is that it reminds me, when you spray it on initially, it's got this very sweet, but at the same time it's got this nice citrusy smell, but a very sweet, soothing smell. That gives in to what the scent is going to smell like throughout the entire time, and that's tonka bean. This is a very soft, a very smooth tonka bean. A lot of fragrances that use tonka have almost like a rough kind of feel to it. And the fragrance that this really reminds me of is Armani Code. It kind of has that same DNA underlying that a lot of the Armani Code fragrances have. The main difference with this fragrance is I find it less loud and more smooth. It's more smooth, it's a little bit more sweet, and it's a little bit more understated. So for me, this is more of a fragrance that I like to wear, that I would like to wear. The Armani Code line, you'll notice, and those of you who are familiar with my collection, I don't have any of the Armani Code fragrances in my collection. I did not go out and buy them outside of reviewing them, and that's because they're just not my cup of tea. They're just very, there's something about them that for some reason I don't feel like actually getting it into my collection. This, on the other hand, is a different story. I would easily purchase this, especially for the price. And anyways, you're getting that tonka bean, you're getting a very nice vanilla, smooth vanilla, a little hint of the citrus is along with it, and it really comes along. It kind of feels like a warm, soft cookie almost. And it's very sensual. It's a very provocative fragrance. I like the way that it comes off on one's skin. I go about 3 sprays with this fragrance. Performance is excellent, 8 to 10 hours on my skin. The other thing of note is, when you wear it. I mean, the major takeaway here is I think it's a great night out fragrance for any time of the year. Night out through, and as long as it's decently cool, or it's not blazing heat, I think this fragrance will do an excellent job in those situations. It's a great fragrance for any age group. I don't think there's a limiting factor if it's too mature, if it's too young for anyone. I think it goes great with there, and this is a compliment magnet. Now, I actually only got one compliment with this, but what I'm smelling for this fragrance, this is definitely along the lines of the Armani Code, along the lines of that, when you got a soft tonka like this, when it's a nice kind of sweet smell that's not overly sweet, those are compliment getters almost through and through, and I definitely see this one being a pretty big compliment getter. Alright, so the only thing that has it going for them, it's not as popular as those other fragrances out there, but what are you going to do about it? Alright, so if I'm going to go ahead and give this fragrance a rating, I'm giving this fragrance a rating a 4 out of 5 stars. Overall, this is an excellent fragrance with great smell. It's got great performance. The places where it gets knocked on, it's not a unique fragrance. Like I said, you can think of Armani Code. There are some other fragrances that remind me of this as well too. It's basically tonka and vanilla, and a lot of fragrances kind of do that tonka and vanilla type vibe. And I also don't think this is a versatile fragrance. I think this is a good night out fragrance. I think this is a good fragrance for just enjoying yourself at night, essentially. But outside of that, I would not wear this one to class. I would not, well, maybe I might wear it to class, but overly, I wouldn't wear it to class. I wouldn't wear it to work. I would not wear it, just casually out there. I think this is a definite great night out and date fragrance, but Outside of that, not really much. All right, so that's pretty much it. Let me know what your thoughts are on Mandarina Duck or Mandarina Duck Pure Black. I'm always curious, and leave a comment below and help some people out. All right, thank you guys. Take care of yourselves, and you guys have a great day.